The pier? Dude, which one? You know they got one of them? The pier burning down was sort of 9/11 for Brighton. I don't think anybody cared. Dude, some people did care. There were people on it. Like 30 people died. It was insane. It was like a mass tragedy event. So it's one thing to go, oh, if it's a joke, oh, it was like 9/11 for Brighton. It was another thing for you to say that nobody gave a shit. How? It was on fire, dude. It was on fire. It was burning. It's like that one hotel that kept burning down and being... I like saw it burn down as well. Mainly because it was burning for so long because they forgot to put it out. And no, that was a different hotel that got bombed. And didn't they, because Margaret Thatcher was going there? Brighton Hotel. Brighton Hotel. The exact name of the Wikipedia article. Yeah, they were trying to kill... Oh no, it was the same one. It was the Grand. No, it was the same one that burned down. Yeah. Yeah, okay. The Grand Hotel in Brighton, 1984. Oh my god, it like actually blew up as well. I didn't think they like did it. I thought they were just like planning to. Is there not anything about it burning down on here? Was that? There's fully nothing about it burning down. What's wrong with Brighton and fire? I don't think there's a specific thing about Brighton and fire. Yeah, there is nothing on the Wikipedia page about the fact that it burned down a second time. I totally get all the seawater. It's like, what do you expect? Like, I was watching it burn. Did you expect me to... I walked through blood and fire. Okay? Did you expect me to go down to the beach, pick up water with my hands and throw it onto the flames? It was a national tragedy. Okay. Hytale how to get poop. You watched it burn and didn't do anything. Dude, I cried. I watched it and I wept. Did you have the tenor challenge in high school? What the fuck was the tenor challenge? Is that like the tenor method where you go and get a tenor? You're just providing jobs for firefighters. Dude, we don't need to provide jobs for firefighters. They're actually like a sink on society. I got in trouble actually. We didn't do the tenor challenge, but we had a young entrepreneurial scheme, right? And for the young entrepreneurial scheme, I discovered from first principles the concept of drop shipping. I researched ways to get things for cheap, found unbelievably cheap websites that would sell me bouncy balls, right? Because I thought, bouncy balls, this is the shit. I then purchased huge amounts of bouncy balls. They had 4-week shipping, so that's how you know it was the real deal. They were about half a p each. And then I sold them, depending on colours, collectibles. And I said, these colours are common, these colours are rare. These colours are like legendary, and there's only like 2 of these. And then it was a lucky dip, depending on what you got. I made like 200 quid. Because everyone brought in... I don't care, I got 200 quid. That's so tough, that's so tough, that's so tough. Disable full damage. It's kind of tempting as hell. At least you never got into NFTs. Dude. Dude, I have 14 pixel punks and I've been trying to offload them for 6 years now. I remortgaged like my dad's house to buy pixel punks because I told him that it would get big. I never got into NFTs, but I was my biggest regret, if I have any, is that I had one of those moments where somebody sat me down and told me that I needed to get into Bitcoin when it cost less than $1. And I can't, it's so tough. It's so tough. Was it my peculiar dad? Sorry, what the fuck's wrong with my dad? That was sort of a crazy... Hang on. Hello? No, it was just like a guy. I like barely knew this dude. He was chill as hell, don't get me wrong. Chill as hell guy if you're in Twitch chat, no hate, you know, hashtag all love. But he was like off his head. Bless my chud seal life. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. But no, it was just some guy and he sat me down and he was like, can I tell you what? He was like, you're chill. And I was like, fucking hell, is he gonna tell me not to like... Is he gonna tell me not to come to like after school club tomorrow or whatever it was? And he's like, you're chill, dude. If I can give you one piece of life advice, you need to buy Bitcoin. This actually like hurts my heart to even say. To be fair, I wouldn't have been like allowed to buy Bitcoin. I was like 12. But because I've been chatting to him about other stuff, like I think I was getting really into eBay at the time because the concept of eBay really excited me as a young capitalist. Dude, I think you're the only person to have been a 12-year-old who was proper into eBay. One time my cousin came over and I made him like, you know how it was sometimes like you play house, or you like play like family. I made this guy play eBay, and I made him sell me things and I was buying them and then I would sell them back. And in the end, he sat me down and said, I think I've bought everything I could ever want in life to be happy. So I don't need to use eBay anymore. And I got so sad because I was like, fuck, I wanted to play eBay. And that is, he would have been, you know what I haven't thought about till now, because I always remember that story in my head, right? And I remember him being like an adult, but he's like 5 years older than me. So I would have been like 12, 11, right? He would have been 16. No, he's older than that. No, he is older than that. He's like, he would have been my age. So putting that in my shoes as someone my age, going to see my sort of younger cousin, like baby cousin, and him sitting me down and being like, look, dude, we're going to play eBay. That shit was fire. Look on the bright side. At least I wasn't like turning up to fucking year 4 being like, dude, I found this new game. You guys have got to get on eBay. Did you ever play the game where you roleplay as Minecraft walls, but you get stuck in a hole and it starts raining? Keep in mind, by the way, Axel was eating bugs in year 7, 100%. Axel was eating... I watched you eat like a spider at the train station. No, I didn't. I imagined that. It's like, I didn't do all that. You can't make shit up. I never ate spiders. You fully... do you know why I imagined you saying it and that didn't happen? It's because we were at the train station and there was fully a spider and I asked you how it tasted and you told me. And maybe you were just sort of going off vibes for all of the other insects you've eaten when you were young, but I don't know. I feel like it was convincing. It's like when someone tells a story and then goes, nah, I'm just kidding. But it was so realistic. You're like, no, you weren't. That came from a place of... That came from history. You all know a crazy interaction I had with that when we were talking about like commissions. And I was like, how much would it be roughly, you know? Now I'm gonna imagine, put you in that situation. You are a streamer. You're commissioning your friend, who is also an artist and one that you like their work of. What is the worst possible response to how much could it cost? Behind like $1 million, or I'm not drawing it for you because I don't like you. Worst possible response is, how many viewers do you have? The thing is, I sort of get what they're going for, right? If it's a friend, I'm getting that shit for free. I'll honestly, like, fuck you, though. Because, like, if it's your friend, you have to give them as much money as possible. The whole point of having money is trying to give it to your friends and circle it around as much as possible so PayPal takes the biggest cut possible. The thing with your friends is, of course, you don't really give them money, right? Like, you don't really give them money because we're all giving each other money. I have given, like, I bought so much stuff for my wife, right? I give her so much money, but she buys so much stuff for me. So there's no real money here. This is just like, it's all free, you know? The only people that are succeeding here are PayPal. Oh my God, I got poo. Also, it's Prime. It's the Prime from my mum's account. Okay, never mind. You're cheap as hell. So I used to come into your stream to keep Prime subbing, even when I wasn't like on Twitch. I wasn't watching your shit, but I was still subbed. Because you were playing Hypixel Skyblock. It's okay, I'm not unemployed anymore. Dude, I'm employed to the grind. Can I ask you something? Because I remember, I think, not to dox anybody, I have questions for people that work in Tesco. And I need to go and become the #1 hytale streamer. Dude, I already am. Because I've got you, Benny. Oh my goat. The music went really quiet there. That got really awkward. You spending time on the Tesco subreddit makes a lot of sense. What does that mean? It's genuinely a really good subreddit. But, no, what I want to know, I know they have like a sign for stock loss, right? Do you have a sign like in the back that shows how much money you've lost from like people stealing from the shop and stuff going missing and like dropped goods and stuff? How many hours do you spend on the eBay subreddit? I don't go on the eBay subreddit. No, actually, that is actually a lie. I do spend time on the eBay subreddit. But it sort of combines in my head with the vintage subreddit, which I spend a lot of time on. I love going on the vintage subreddit and looking at like people are always like, look at this guy, he's fucking lowballing me. And I'm like, ha ha ha. Because I would never do some of the evil stuff that other people do. Like they do evil levels of lowballing. I just send people requests for like small amounts of money. And if they accept it, I mean, you know, that's fine by me. There's some people doing cave spider discovered. Yeah, I'm leaving. Yeah, we have a board for that. I don't get paid enough to care. Okay. Did you know there are leaderboards for people trying to find the store that has the most lots? Because I saw one the other week where someone was like, hey guys, check this out. Oh, have we won? And they had a 6-figure like loss for their goods. It was fucking crazy. They'd lost like £100,000 worth of goods from their Tesco. How the fuck do you manage that? I don't think it was like people stealing from the shop and stuff. I think it was like a shipment went missing and they added it onto the board. It's like, yeah, 2 trucks worth of food and like maybe electronics or something had gone. And we're putting on your board your loss. I'm going to put a lot of stuff after the stream about the new things. And one of the things I want to do is I want to have the ability to draw on the hytale gameplay so that a select group of people could put images up on the screen. There's no way that could work. A select group of people that includes me. You're one of the reasons that it's a select group of people. Same with you, Ender. You are literally the reason it's a select group of people. You are not getting added. I am so sorry. But firstly, the last time I gave you something, Reese. I can't remember what it was. I gave you permission to do something. I think it was, no, that was it. I gave you mod on the channel at one point for some reason. And there was like people spamming messages in chat about like buy followers. And you kept like pinning them. You were either pinning them like the spam messages or you were replying to them going, hello. They might have been real people. You didn't want to kick them just in case, you know? I mean, you never know.